Do you miss DVD commentary tracks? Well, fear not, because I, Von Fry, the most scorned critic in all of YouTube, am here to give you commentary tracks for the movie streaming, the movies we love, and sometimes those we love to hate. Tonight, got one that has a lukewarm at best reception. It's AVP, Alien vs. Predator from 2004. But hey, maybe this commentary track will get you to change your mind. Maybe it'll change mine. Before we get started, I want to give a quick mention to my buddies over at CalderaLab.com, makers of The Good, the only facial serum that can cure you of markings given to you by the Predator after you off your first xenomorph. Use my promo code FRY15 to save 15% at checkout. Well, all right, I've got my IBC root beer with me. We're going to go ahead and pop that for you, a little ASMR. Yep. And I do have my Himalayan salt, the pink Himalayan salt on my popcorn, air popped, a whole big bucket ready to go, smothered in butter, and we're watching AVP, Aliens versus Predator. Is that the title? I need to look again. But because it's like, is it AVP, Alien versus Predator? I think it might be Alien versus Predator. Yeah, hit play now. On Hulu, of course, where 20th Century Fox films should be streamed. Yeah, I see some of these films bouncing between Disney. What's Logan doing on Disney Plus? It's rated R. It's got boobies. It does not need to be on Disney Plus. Heck, it starts it. 20th Century Fox, 20th Century, whatever. Just put that stuff on Hulu. Already, we are walking into cringe with the titles. This film fails to deliver the tone of either franchise, if we're being real. And I'm trying to figure out how loud do I want to put this on the speakers. I think there's going to be a huge jump. I've seen this a few times. You're supposed to think you're looking at the Queen Alien right here, but it's a bit of a fake out. Many a satellite in a Paul W.S. Anderson film. Well, you got me. It was a Queen Alien, but no, it's a satellite. Wayland. This is before the Wayland-Yutani merger. I'm going a little... It takes place 2004. This is a 2004 film that I think was the first to have the heightened ratings notifications from the MPAA. They got more descriptive, and this one, it's rated PG-13 for slime. So, yeah. What's that? An unidentified heat signature? We can't have that. This film does not have a strong cast. Prior to this one, we're looking at stronger casts from both franchises for the majority of their films. Probably all of them up to that point. The nearest seemingly discarded franchise, I guess Alien Resurrection was the last of the films until AVP in 2004. Then we have Predators, Prometheus, The Predator, alongside Alien Covenant. You gotta show rock climbing to look cool. It's sort of a Mission Impossible 2 thing. So this is, and I'm probably mispronouncing it because I don't really think she came to do much prominence after this. Sanaa Lathan. And yeah, I know I'm the guy who gets onto people for saying Mila Jovovich, right? So I get onto people for that. That Colin Salmon. We're bringing People like to work with Paul W.S. Anderson again. He employs a lot of folks, and there is much a practical effect in this, along with some less than impressive CGI at times, too. We're globetrotting. We're kind of getting our team together for expedition. Could be wrong, but I think there is like an R-rated cut of this. Or it was more like an unrated. Aha. Pepsi bottle. Somebody's been here. Beat us to it. This is not the sharpest picture. It says HD. It may honestly not be mastered for 1080p even. Looks a little soft. We're going to flash that Wayland Industries logo, but it's kind of like Jurassic Park. We're getting the experts together and we're getting them on a helicopter. Ross Ice Shelf, Antarctica. Charles Bishop Wayland. I don't have an issue with this. I can see if he's the founder of the Wayland Industries. Sure, you can make eventually lifelike androids. Why not have one that looks like the founder? That might be one of the objectives, right? I don't think there's really any confusion here. I wasn't under the impression that Guy Pearce's old man was the founder of Wayland Industries. You know, it's more like, oh, that's his kid, or, you know, an ancestor in some way, right? Like, you get that impression. I don't see any issue. Oh, but now he's played by Guy Pearce. I'm confused. I don't get what the confusion is. It didn't take place in the same time period. I think I should recognize the goofy guy here. Was he in... Was he in maybe a Train Spotting? Was he in the Dog Soldiers? Maybe he was. Okay, it's Alien versus Predator. The trouble is, you had the games, which were being called Aliens versus Predator, and using the Aliens logo font of the '86 film. All right, we got our team of badasses. Everybody gather around for a speech. It's another bug hunt. I just need to know one thing: where they are. Of course, we got the girl with the spiky hair. We know she's a badass. She's going to do so much cool stuff, right? Can't blame Lance Henriksen for getting in this. Lends some credence to it. Makes it seem more official in a way. Like, oh, well, we mean business. We've got one of the core cast guys returning. And whether or not you think that he's an android at the end of Alien 3, it seems like was lying. His ears doing some weird stuff, right? But he seems to be bleeding instead of the white stuff, so it's kind of hard to tell. I would say, I mean, sometimes I look like my grandpa, right? I mean, sort of things like that can happen, but yeah, none of this is really sticking out to me as too awful. I don't know why we would keep the Pepsi cap on our failed dig we just had, where that is a necklace. Going after the pyramid in Antarctica. This is a pretty short movie, and that doesn't mean it has its, any absence of plot holes. There's still plenty of time for that. I feel like I'm missing a scene here. We're watching the theatrical version. I may have seen the theatrical and as well as the unrated. Wasn't there a scene at the start where somebody got to the surface from this place and I think maybe the predator got them? It's essentially non-canon, and I'm not even sure if what kind of. I don't think we get anything beyond the usual. Oh, look, it's a pred alien. Whoever wins, we lose. Yeah, indeed, that's true. Trying to remember, that was the tagline for this film or Requiem, which I suppose I will be doing next. Compaq, remember that brand? Remember in like 96, that was like one of the like prestige computer brands. Bought by HP, used as a sub-brand, phased out. She's so good at climbing the ice. She's just like the ice expert, man. Super important that we rush this expedition and get everybody into this pyramid. Lance Henriksen's voice, man. Last saw him in a movie not all that long ago, but I say that and it was probably a 10-year-old movie. All right, let's look up the cast here. This guy, Raoul, I don't think he came to do much after. He's not quite final girl material, but he gets close. Yeah, Ewen Bremner. I think he was in Dog Soldiers. Am I wrong? I thought he was in Dog Soldier. I'm looking this up. Filmography. Don't see that listed, but yeah, he's Train Spotting. All right, let's get some predators involved here. Somebody's got to come from space. I think the pacing of this film is something that hurts the tone. We don't have a lot of time to take in and admire, and maybe you can't have that so many sequels deep where everybody should be like, yeah, we know. That's what their digs look like. We haven't gotten a good look at a Predator ship. interior in operation, right? So maybe this is a good time to slow things down. But as we do with the Alien franchise, let's turn on a display where the helmets are resting, right? We got that since the original. This guy with the, what do they call it? Like something smile. Yeah, it's where they slice your mouth. I guess he got in a bar fight. You see him around quite a bit. Well, I almost wonder if he's dead. I might have seen that. What's it called? Like a Glasgow smile? Something, you know what I'm talking about. And we have a lot of people here putting on American accents or close to. Oh, you think you're the Vasquez of this operation, huh? Hey, we'll use treaded vehicles again come Prometheus. Oh, it's my lucky bottle cap. I got it yesterday. Give me a break. Yeah, I feel like I'm about certain that in the unrated cut there was, it's just some innocent expedition, mushing dog, something whatever, wanders across the site, gets killed by the predator or whatever, and the predator is supposed to be very much drawn to the heat. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sure at one point when this was a very operational pyramid, it was tropical, as they show you in the bad CGI. I guess explanation. So we have the mining town there, and I think that's where the fight went. Whaling. That way you don't have to feel bad for them getting killed. Don't worry, they were whalers. Honestly, probably a more exciting way to open this up. You have Chestburster Nightmare. Yeah. Would we have already gotten into some gun shooting in Predator by now? Maybe not, but I mean, Predator 2 starts with a gunfight, so yes. Because this is Antarctica at night. I think one would probably cover their face. Big mystery, everybody disappeared in 1904. I think that might have been what we saw on the unedited. Maybe it was a 1904 fight. Sort of our goofy guy doesn't last all that long, all things considering. The movie gets rid of its aliens posse too fast. Like, okay, you can shed some weight. You can lose a Drake, all right, and an Apone. But you'd have to keep a Vasquez, a Hudson, even... I guess this movie's Hicks doesn't really last as long as Hicks does. Granted, Aliens is a much longer movie, too. A penguin. Was our native to the Antarctica, so... While we're busy whaling, why don't we also, like, I don't know, drill like a really deep tunnel for the hell of it and see what that's like, right? Because this is a mysterious 1904 mining town disappearance, or I'm sorry, whaling town. Oh no, it's not. Okay, my bad. It's not a drilling. It's more of a laser wind. Oh, so. Okay, so we had the laser from the Predator ship that was lurking by the moon cut through to go down there later. Okay, we're gonna do our laser drilling, and then we're going to rest. And when that cools off, then we'll go down. Maybe that was their plan. Like, okay. I mean, it's a plan. Maybe something. We also want you to know that Waylon here's got a bit of a heart palpitation cough thing happening for him. I'm an old guy about to engage in a fight with predators and aliens. Quit asking questions. Let's mention share prices. Remember when we did that in Alien? I'm going to tell you the story of my dad, who also, like you, went along on the expedition, refused to quit, and then he died at base camp. I mean, we got to work in some kind of character development, right? it feels more natural in Aliens because it's like, while we're just meeting all of them, we're getting an idea of their personality. Whereas in this film, we will slow things down, set aside. Hey, I'm watching you with your gun over there. Hey, I noticed you're not breathing right. Hey, you're the goofy dude who's jumpy with the penguin. I say Laser did this, maybe. Like, it looks a little more like a drill. I'm not so sure, but... Because why is it ribbed? Cut there. I don't know. I mean, it's a decent slope. You could slide down there, right? It kind of looks fun. Good use of your ice axe, is it? Dude, a little sooner you would have hit him in the skull. Some wind came by. Oh, also a spaceship flew overhead, but I didn't notice. Our predators have reached terra firma. You do essentially see one of these pods fly away in space in the original Predator. Depart from the ship. Now, they do name the predators in this film, and I don't recall what they are. I think there's a Celtic, there's an alien they call like a grid, because it survives the predator net, cuts some of the dome, has a distinctive grid pattern. It's not the worst idea. It helps you get a sense of who's what, and each of them get their licks in. It's like, oh, of course the predator gets killed. This one kills a lot of aliens, and this alien kills multiple predators, or something along those lines. Oh, everybody now notices the pyramid. Okay. Could be mistaken, but it looks like we may have used actual miniature there. This movie does incorporate a completely robotic alien. I think there are robotic facehuggers, but kind of misses the mark in casting of the predator. They got some big muscular dudes, which ends up looking like fat predators versus skinny gangly guys who then you build the apparatus around, and then they'll look plenty thick. Kevin Peter Hall, not crazy skinny, but not nearly as much so as the guy whose name is lost on me, who played the original Xenomorph. But a tall dude. Whereas here they're getting guys who are a good deal shorter, but thick. And maybe you guys don't have to be crazy tall. It will come down to how you shoot it, right? So I imagine that the Predators have activated their Hellraiser machine. They've solved the configuration of their universe. And now they're going to finagle the Queen alive to get the ceremony running, the games, whatever we're doing. I'm recording this as the Olympics is taking place. Gotta thaw her out, right? There is a good amount of respectable Queen effect in this movie, but then there are CGI bits. Of course, everybody likes the way the Queen looks, so try to stick to that design as best we can, right? And with this movie, I think we do have a number of the folks who worked on the franchise since Aliens, so they have an idea of how this stuff should look. Oh, those who choose, those who are chosen. What are we doing? It's a pyramid. Of course, there's got to be human sacrifice. Come on. Well, you had to leave guns on the guys on the surface, man. If they weren't packing, it wouldn't be sport. They might be safe. I'm not sure about the green laser sight, if that is a thing or was. Oh, what's stabbing me? Oh, the active camo wore off of it. Okay, yeah, it's a spear. This movie got a lot of scorn, almost focused on the PG-13 aspect. This might have been the first movie to do the, hey, let's have an R-rated franchise, in this case 2 R-rated franchises, but let's shoot for a PG-13, and hopefully we can get a bigger piece of the box office. And if I'm not mistaken, it actually did pretty decent at the box office. And that could be out of curiosity. There were still people kind of excited about the prospects of the Freddy versus Jason stuff happening. Yeah, $60 to $70 million budget, 177 million worldwide. 2004, that's not shabby. Just look how big wide these guys are, huh? I don't like them having like heads-up display floating 3D laser maps. It's not like it used to be in the 87 film. No. So you end up with a little bit of technology, new stuff you see out of the Predator. I'm kind of okay with it. Could those be face huggers? They look human, but what's on them? The Chosen. We also see skulls hung on the wall with the spinal cord attached. We know whose style that is. Always had to get to talk about how the sacrifices were willing participants, right? Such a movie thing. Gave their lives so the hunt could begin. What hunt? Now, not only are we really not caring about these characters who are being served up as, meat trophies, but we also have an audience who is way ahead of the characters at the same time, doubling down on our lack of care for them, if we're being totally real. Unlike past entries, we're actually cutting away and seeing the narrative through the eyes of the villains, the creatures at times. We don't see the queen alien, get to work making eggs until Ripley comes across her doing such. We don't see the predator until attacks Dutch's group, right? Except for the very start, where it's more hinted at. Hey, an alien form's coming to Earth. We don't see it in action. Instead, we're cutting between the narrative. Oh, he's so shivering cold. Did they not notice me because I body heat thing? Remember established in the first movie? Oh, guess not. First movie, I mean Predator. Oh man, the Predators look so bad. They probably should be dressed for cold attire. And that, could have gave somebody a cool new job. Put your own spin on it. They're in the cold, so maybe they don't need to be barefoot, right? We know how much they like heat, so they probably wouldn't adapt well to this, so they need to have something on. No, screw that. Oh, Paul W.C. Anderson wants to give them super long retractable claws, which look just like horrendous cosplay at this point. Stupid katanas fixed to your wrist. Way too long, silly looking. Actually, look, in some of these shots, they're going to be rubber or plastic, right? And it's going to look that way. Yeah, combination lock. Let's open that up. See, like I'm saying, limit configuration, right? So what? Someone opened it in 1904 and that's what everybody disappeared? Huh? Why 1904 is exactly 100 years ago from 2004. Huh? What do we got in here? It says pants, panting in brackets. Huh, weapons. If only we realized that's what that was. How to use them and the like, right? When they open it, you're probably more inclined to think, oh, that's going to be where the eggs are. See that mist? Too much excitement, man. I've got to do the asthma thing. Of course, we have to do this thing where it's like, I was told I was going to be in charge of this expedition. Oh, you are, except now he's in charge. But I'm the boss and I say that we're doing this. Oh, we took the weapons. How exactly that map would work, I'm not really certain. Yeah, right? The wrist map. And it knows that they got the stuff, and now the doors are all closing and going weird ways, and the pyramid swaps around. I'm telling you, it's Hellraiser. Slab doors weigh 2 tons, and we couldn't get out of the room with the eggs. I say start shooting. What are you guys waiting for? You got the action girl haircut. Do something. I don't think you're going to fault anybody for the way the eggs appear. Everything seems fine, but there are choices made, right? Immediately jumps on her head. Doesn't even get one in. This is your movie's Vasquez, guys. Yeah, real show of badassery right there. But the issue being that when it did the slow motion thing, the slow motion was so in vogue because of the Matrix, and people are copying it in places where it is unnecessary. It works in the Matrix because the idea is supposed to be things are supernaturally fast. They don't, the rules of, name your physiology. What? Oh gosh, Sir Isaac Newton. None of his stuff applies. It's in the computer world. Forget about Albert Einstein. We can move faster than the speed of light if needed. Whatever. It's fine. But here, it's as if we're still connected to the real world. We have characters that have always been more grounded in realism, though sci-fi. Now it's got to be even more so. It takes place in 2004. But we got to go slow motion because, hey, we don't quite understand what worked for bullet time in The Matrix, right? The gestation period is incredibly ramped up. It's like within a minute, we're good to go. Oh, the thing's already off her face. Totally not the way it worked in the first movie. I mean, we've had a lot of issues with this being consistent. This doesn't help. Hell, not only is the thing off her face, we already got a chest burster. Now, what is the harm in doing this? Well, you're selling tickets to people who have been along for the ride for so many movies, and they expect things to be done in a consistent manner that doesn't break the rules for the world, right? And instead you turn the keys over to somebody who just wants to kind of make his Resident Evil movie again. Who do you want to run across, the Predator or the aliens? You get the sense you can make a bargain with the Predator. Maybe the Predator will figure things out. Hell, the Predators may have only actually attacked them because they had their weapons. You want to get killed by the Predator garrote wire? Oh, the pyramid's changing. Watch your step. Cool slow motion again, right? But who am I to say? This was quite profitable. Way more profitable than a number of entries in the franchise, to be real with you. If not, maybe even the most profitable in the franchise at the time, or darn close to it. Though, let's see, 2003, there is a re-release of Alien that might have pushed it over the edge for this, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this made more money than any of the Predator films. Hell, if we're being real, do we know the names of any of these characters? They don't get said enough, do they? Connors, which is that, right? Oh, we got a nice face hugger and alien logo of sorts there to honor the... I guess they're probably looked at as deities almost. There is a part in this where it shows the predators fighting off a bunch of aliens at the on top of the pyramid, right? And then it kind of going bad and then blowing it up. Or is that supposed to be a different pyramid elsewhere? A kind of a visual interpretation, almost your Genesis effect demo. Or was that a trailer thing or a TV spot only? I think maybe the Predator shows that to Alexa Woods here to try to get her to understand what's going on. This gun looks slimy. Are the xenomorphs active? This guy, I forgot his name. It's like Flanagan. He's got the special smile, right? And here's a xenomorph, extra slimy. It may not be a son. It may be more of a female or, intersex. So I'm not so sure if it's a son, but maybe you shouldn't have bad talked its mom. Yeah, those guys didn't fare too well against the aliens. Oh no, Colin. You gonna get diced again? Come on, man. It's like, this is like a super material, man. Like, there is no cutting this. You touch it, you're gonna cut yourself up. Remember, he got diced in just the previous film for him, really. Crash zoom. Never employ the crash zoom, guys. I don't like seeing it. I don't like seeing the faux handheld camera look of spaceships. Like, oh, hey, I'm shooting this with my phone almost. Like, swap between the two ships and leave that in. It draws too much attention to a camera being used. And a lot of times it's used in CGI applications where there isn't even actually a camera. It just upsets me. So here I think we are actually using our fully robotic alien. Because I remember seeing that in like the behind the scenes making of face to face with a predator. I think we'll be seeing that here, yeah. Where they get into a tussle. Hey, don't complain. They're fighting each other. Now remember, our Hicks said don't take the weapons. So he shouldn't have a predator weapon on him. He should be safe from the predators. That kip up. Ugh. Get that fat predator. Not too bad with the CGI on the xenomorph there for the jump. Tail cut, which means now we got a super soaker of acid. No, we don't want the slow motion, my dude. It's not helping the cause. I could totally see those effect shots being intended for 3D. Like the acid flying towards the camera. Surely this was released in 3D, you know, the kids would think, right? Uh-oh. There's the net. Oh, man, this guy just looks so chunky. PG-13, we don't see Colin Salmon get fully diced. I think it's understood. We kind of just forgot about him, if I'm not mistaken. It's like, hey, come on, let's get out of here. Don't even bring him up. So there's our great alien. Took out 2 predators. So that's our tough alien, right? Which, I mean, the thing has been born for like less than an hour, I'm assuming. It might be kind of hard for it to have acquired the knowledge to take out these skilled hunters that are also quite powerful, right? It should be a little difficult. I'm going to walk right past you. No, it doesn't walk past him. It sorts him out. Goes, yeah, this guy's got an ailment. Screw him. It's not an honorable kill. But this is basically our hero predator. Keep that in mind. Don't turn your back on me. I think we had a choice word there that didn't make the edit. Okay, you really want to do this, old man? All right, fine. The claws look like they're out, but I can bring them out even further. Nice little stab mise-en-scène out of view, right? A non-bloody, massive stabbing. And we're about to lose our Hicks right away, too, along with our bishop, right? That appears to be shedding way faster than they were moving through it. Even if they said that was foam, I do not want a piece of that. So these people who don't have the Predator's weapons are still being hunted by the Predator? You still don't want that acid on you, buddy. Shouldn't it be going through the pyramid pretty easily? The hell's this made of? The delayed slice slide off. We've seen that in W.S. Anderson's Resident Evil. All right, since I'm the last one standing, may as well remove the mask. Hey, better to leave a mark on the helmet than your face. But maybe the Yatwa... Okay, now we are going to put on her face. Maybe they don't really understand that maybe, you know, a gal who wants leading lady prospects, Sanaa Lathan here, maybe doesn't want marks on her face, maybe. Or does that really make her cool? Now, that face hugger there is going to have to win this battle so that this guy can become have the predalien born from it, right? Who will feature prominently in the next film. Where is this visual coming from? At a time when Antarctica had pyramids and was tropical and warm and inviting to the predator, humans did not exist. So, what if this makes any sense at all? We have a ceremony scene with quite a bit of attire. Great serpents, huh? They look like snakes to you? Okay, so maybe sometimes they get overwhelmed and then they have to blow the whole joint up. I guess this pyramid was not one that was ever lost in that fashion. But hey, you know, while we're dealing with the predators, the aliens, let's take a little bit of time to read up on the history. Used us like cattle. Well, we're not a food supply. It's not really the same thing, buddy. Our simile does not quite work. Oh, maybe not everybody's dead. Train Spotting's not dead. Might wish he was. Everybody that has the facehugger on them is in like a coma, so he'll do you no good. Now, why does he get this win just to lose? Seems just a little spiteful, doesn't it? They managed to let him get that shot in, and now he's just going to be overwhelmed with eggs. One of the more prominent, maybe possibly more recognizable actors here, we couldn't just give him a bigger role. So she is the ice and rock climbing expert, but she also seems to be privy to more knowledge on these species than most other characters here. But she's not the archaeologist in all this. He is, but she's the one figuring this out. Okay, gotcha. So she wants to be on Team Predator. She's figuring this out. We have to help the hunters kill the serpents now. But the hunters seem to be completely okay with killing our crew at the top and everybody else, whether or not they had their weapons, whatever. It's possible maybe the predators, the one predator remaining, has figured out what's at stake here. Let's go find our friend. But doesn't he get killed by our friend or snatched by an alien kind of off camera like? Yep, you definitely got to run away from this guy. Not a bad jump for an archaeologist. Oh, there'd be no time to save her. She would have fallen. Fallen. Pulled away. Hey, he could be getting face hugged. You know, getting kind of cocooned up on the wall, ready, prepped for the face hugging. Not quite dead. We never see him again. But okay. She'll just have to make a new friend. Oh no, his lucky Pepsi Cola bottle. It's a whole day old. Well, okay, way old, but he's had it for a day. Didn't really bring him luck. All right. At least we met our buddy. Two, shake hands, introduce yourselves. Remember, this guy just had to take his helmet off so he could put these new markings on, opening him up to the face hugger. What? You killed one? Well, you're a tough gal. You can join my team now. If it weren't for this xenomorph interrupting us, we may not have gotten this relationship off on the right foot. Don't worry, the life is still coming out of it, yeah, along with the melted condom snot drool, right? So, Grid juked that plasma caster shot, right? Yeah. Getting orders from the hive mother. All right, maybe retreat for now. Oh, now the acid's going to melt the blocks. Okay. Can't come with me until you've joined my gang. And that means initiation process. Extra bulky plasma caster, not helping the cause here on the Predator aesthetic. Some prime metal compound here to be able to slice through without, having an acid issue. Well, hey, it's your kill. You get marked. Oh, actually, I think, okay, so I think what he's doing here is kind of showing her that you can use their body for armor. Here, we're going to make you a little something. The dome shield, tail staff. It's not as good of equipment as what I've got, but okay. And then we'll kind of hop into the background out of focus. It would have just been better to just kind of like stare and then cut away. Now, I think the hinges on the legs of the CGI aliens is a bit different than as shown in practical. Like they have an extra length in their foot where they have another joint instead of a human in costume would. All right, you got permission to bite into me if we can get through these chains with my blood. He's going to mark her face at some point, right? Like, am I missing that? She got her kill. Is that a not in the PG-13 version? Like, or does that wait until after we're done with the Queen? Maybe that's an after that we're done with the Queen thing. I mean, I get to mark my face when I get a face hugger, but you humans, you gotta take out a whole queen to get in. Shouldn't she be finding the Hicks of this movie, the Italian archaeologist? Yeah, we know Trainspotting didn't make it. They had a little too much fun with him not making it, to be real with you. Here we go. Come on, surely you can rescue him before the facehuggers get on him, but this gestation period is such a joke. Oh, he's got one inside. Would have maybe been a stronger movie with another human making it. Maybe. And then it's revealed he has this in him. Like, there could have been some ways to go about this. Do we have enough Desert Eagle rounds left here? Oh, well, that was the last one. But it was cracking through his chest off camera. Another instance in which the PG-13 is not helping this movie tell its story. Oh, I can take care of the chest bursts with just one hand. All right, get off. I'm ready to be unchained. Very Hellraiser-like visuals. CGI aliens actually don't look too bad. I believe I've seen worse CGI lately. Uh-oh. Facehugger's activating. Maybe we should get out of here. You know what these numbers mean? Big boom. We got our F-bomb in. They say you can get one, but I'm pretty sure The Family Man with Nicolas Cage has 3 for PG-13. Yeah, practical effect miniature. And you could kind of see that they then composited them running through it, and it didn't look quite right, but in an 80s movie, you'd be totally okay with it. Uh-oh. You trying to mortally wound my friend? And, of course, she knows the line, right? You one ugly mother... Oh, there's the grid. Better get on our rocket sled. This looks a fair bit goofy. Another crash zone. It's feeling a lot like a completely over movie at an hour and 21 minutes. Or, well, about an hour 20, really. I talked a little bit before. Now, consider also here, there are some limitations to what you can do with the Predator before having to make it CGI and potentially goofy. Running away here as your whaling town sinks, okay, you can kind of get away with that. Duking it out with the Queen, who, man, judging from the look of that blast, probably shouldn't have survived it. But then going NBA Jam with the spear kind of hurts. Such a fat face on the Predator, too. Like, the neck is so wide. Like, it's like we have Brock Lesnar in the suit. Yeah, you're supposed to say that's the ugly mother, not the alien. A nice friendly growl. Don't really think that the face looks as good as it did in the original movie. It's kind of like the mandibles have flaps to them that aren't relaxed properly. And instead they seem to be stretched. Like they'll never fit in together. It's like, hey, you see my mark? Now you get a mark too. She's like, okay, fine, I guess. I hope this heals pretty good. All right, you're a cool human after all. Wait a minute. So she got the mark before killing the Queen. It was kind of like the assumed, I guess we made it out of here. She helped some. Wasn't useless. Saw her kill 2 xenomorphs. Even shot her buddy. Get some strong hits here. Boom. Yeah, that looks like that could hurt. Yeah, you don't want to be under that neck area. You're kind of puncturing with the acid spilling. And being Antarctica at night and all, you probably want to keep that jacket on, ideally. So, bad time to lose a jacket. Running through the whale boneyard, it makes for an interesting set piece. And really, the scene doesn't look bad. There's a lot of nice miniature stuff happening here. And the blend with the CGI is not too bad, really. In fact, the composite work is arguably a cut above the norm for the time. There we go with the NBA Jam jump. You know what? Might have looked worse on DVD. Have they done something to clean this movie up in some way? The effects maybe at some point. I'm not saying that recent. This doesn't really look like a 1080p Blu-ray, to be honest. All right, we got to sink this biatch. No. We get like an iconic face-off type picture here with the speared predator coming face to face with the queen. Hoping that'll put some butts in seats right there, right? Now, look, I went into this just sitting down like, I guess we're finally having to do Alien vs. Predator. In the wake of the changing landscape of cinema, shoot, if something came out just like this now, it'd be like, well, this is like the best movie of the year. Doesn't have a weird woke message behind it. She didn't say something about being like the toughest girl in the world, doing everything perfectly, though. Fair bit Mary Sue. Got to consider that maybe the queen's not out. We don't see a lot of queens die. Short of the newborn ripping the face off. With a slap. Queen goes into space, what? Ends up somewhere else. Queen goes to bottom of ocean. Conquers bottom of ocean. Though we know it must not have worked out because in the future, Weyland-Yutani is like pretty unaware of it. So my friend didn't make it, but don't worry. We witnessed a little bit of the action in case you didn't see us sit down here. Geez, there's a lot of predators. Ship was carrying a lot of people. People being predator. Good thing you have the marking, or we would have not believed your story. Trying to recall now if we do the chest burst of the Predalien before the credits start, or is it a post-credit thing? I don't think we do a post-credit. You can see from my whiskers, the closest thing we have to a beard, I'm the elder. We like to impart a weapon. I don't have any more flintlock pistols, so this will retractable spear will have to do. So be it. Oh, you need a ride back to North America? Forget it. Easily 50 plus predators aboard the ship. We saw a bunch chilling. Like, hold on, there's a queen fight? We gotta watch this. Maybe we can assume there's an extra jacket in one of these little bobcat tractors or something that she can get aboard the ship. Like something can get her back home, right? Prep this one for the funeral. I mean, we would have had the technology to understand that he had the chest burster in him. I mean, aboard our ship, surely on foot they realized, but nope, let's overlook that. Predator, who really wins? It's a tie. Followed by 12 minutes of credits. You know what? This movie squeaked in. It's a little too brief, doesn't really get you feeling for the characters. But compared to the garbage we get today, you might want to look back on this with fond memories. I mean, some people are even appreciating the Star Wars prequels at this time. So I guess next time we'll do AVP Requiem. Till next time, adios.